a glass, knock the clock.
Sing in the water, say rock.
Clap your hands, stomp your boots, blame it on the barley roots. We came in saints, we left in sin. Holy water mixed with gin. Quiet boys with rebel lungs, preaching truth with sharpened tongues. Freely faith in calloused hands. Lockouts horse to barroom bands. If heaven's quiet, we'll make noise. God prefers the louder boys. We toast to kings we've never met, to debts we haven't paid off yet. If fortune knocks, we change the lock and call the whole thing Sham Rock. Whoa, Sham Rock. Foam and fire, 5 o'clock. Lock is cheap, but talk is bold. Sell the story by the gold. Whoa, Sham Rock. Raise it high and let it knock. If the saints don't like the sound, turn it up and shake the ground. Hey, 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 hey. Suddenly the fiddle screamed, distortion splits the clover green. Pub songs fed a power chord, St. Patrick brought a battle sword. You wanted jigs, we brought the shock. You wanted luck, we brought the rock. The little leaf can save your soul when bass drums swallow self-control. Breeze trembling in the amp, emerald sparks ignite the camp. Call it holy, call it fry, the way we're shaking God. Whoa, Sham Rock, break the floor and crack the clock. Saints go deaf and angels stare when Irish thunder fills the air. Whoa, Sham Rock, green turns black when speakers knock. If it's sin to feel this free, pass the blame to destiny. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Sham, hey, rock. Hey, hey, ho, hey, hey, ho, hey, hey, ho, let it drop. Hey, Luck's a myth, foam's a prop, faith goes out when the beat goes off. They said behave, we said we tried. They said repent, we amplified. They said be pure, we tuned it low. Salvation through a stereo. A shamrock's just a fragile plant until you plug it in and whoa, Sham Rock, shake the saints right off the dock. From Dublin streets to neon bars, we turn small leaves into shooting stars. Whoa, Sham Rock, this ain't luck, it's aftershock. If heaven's locked, we'll pick it clean with feedback blessed in emerald green. Raise a glass, knock the clock, next round's on Sham Rock. Hey, 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 hey. Next round's on Sham Rock. Hear ye, fortune seeker bold. You've stumbled upon forbidden gold. At rainbow's end it gleams so bright, a glittering, legally disputed right. Before you touch that sacred stash, before you dream of emerald cash, you must adhere without exception to clause 13, section 7. Step 1, survey the field for clover count. Minimum 3 per square yard amount. Step 2, draw a circle with salted chalk. Counterclockwise, do not walk. Step 3, remove a iron from your clothes belt buckle. counts of 7, exhale in Irish, sign the waiver in invisible ink. If at any point you hear a laugh behind your left ear, do not turn. Step 9, compliment their tailoring. Comment on the emerald layering. Step 10, produce a mirrored coin, a decoy for strategic join. Step 11, spin once on your heels, seal the pack but do not kneel. 12, request a written lease, in Gaelic signed in triplicate piece. You think it's treasure bright and free, but gold demands bureaucracy. The garden not with sword or knife, but claws as sharp as legal strife. The rainbow's arcs a binding seal, a contract forged in myth and steel. And if your paperwork's not tight, they'll drag you through the Celtic night. Follow the procedure, or forfeit breath and bone. No mortal claim survives the clause if you attempt to own. They'll take it back with cheer and grin, invite you politely to step within the moss, the dark, the laughing ground, where former claimants can't be found. If they applaud, you've done it right. If they clap slowly, run. Memorize each line, for rainbow wealth is never won. It's borrowed on borrowed time. Precision, protocol, detail is your shield. For those who miss a single step, become the clover fields. Oh. So heed these words when fortune gleams. Gold is never what it seems. I should've closed early. They came in grinning with emerald eyes, boot heels flicking like battle cries, coins on the table, pride on tap, luck in their pockets, short fuses snap. I've seen the storm in a whiskey glass when Sham walks in and leaves with sass. First round's laughter, seconds loud, third round summons a thundercloud. When the fiddles get fast and the voices grow mean, you can smell broken furniture brewing in green. Raise them high, let the tankards fly. When the little kings rage, even legends die. Gold in their teeth and fire in their throats, they sing like angels and sing like boats. Stomp that floor till the rafters crack. Luck runs forward but it limps back. If you're short on mercy and tall on gall, welcome lads to the Leprechaun brawl. Brag loud but a rainbow claim, said a trademark thunder and patented rain. Another spat foam in his emerald beard. Your pot's half empty, the whole bar jeered. Chairs grew wings and a mugs took flight, meta for shattered in barroom light. A fiddle screeched like a battle alarm. Saints preserve us, they meant no harm. But pride's a spark and a powder keg grin, and all it takes is a sideways chin. Raise them high, let the tankards fly. When the little kings rage, even legends die. Coins hit skulls with a sacred clang. Fortune no favor a fighting gang. Boot to the bar and beer to the wall. History starts at the Leprechaun brawl. Hi, 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 hi. Oh, behold. Hi, hi, hi. Pointing in the bucket one. One stood atop my polished oak, declared himself high king of folk. Got dethroned by a flying stew, split be justice coming through. Another swore on clover leaves, he'd duel till dawn or till one man heaves. Spoiler alert, it wasn't dawn, it was my good glassware gone. I ducked a punch, remember Sean O'Malley, caught it instead by the kegs out back alley. I'm neutral ground, I pour, I wipe, I don't take sides in a barroom hype. But neutrality's hard when a stool meets spine, and someone's yelling the gold is mine. What? to the Leprechaun brawl. Pull up a chair to the Leprechaun brawl. Brawl. Coins in the sawdust, pride on the floor. Four-leaf clovers ripped by the door. They'll be back tomorrow, bold and small, and I'll be here. Boarding up the wall. Boarding up the wall. Whoa, 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 whoa. Top of the morning, lock up your pride. 3 shades of green with nowhere to hide. I bring the light, you bring despair. 1 counts coins, 1 fights the air. I prank with charm, you prank with threats. He hoards gold, you hoard regrets. Regrets depreciate, gold appreciates. Good vibes never accumulate, and pop is filled with the whiskey grin. You invest in bruises, I invest to win. You're scared of a bar tab lad. Happy's a mascot for dad's gone sad. You both sell myths, I sell pain. No receipt, no shame. Pot of gold, pot of rage. 3 green devils share the stage. Luck runs dry when the drinks run deep. We don't find gold, we make grown men weep. Hey, 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 hey. We make grown men weep. Hey, hey, hey. We don't find gold, we make grown men weep. Measure life in metal and mud. You measure yours in spilled out blood. I give folks stories they'll retell. You give them trauma and a barroom smell. Stories don't scale, they don't accrue. Your net worth hugs, how cute for you. When blackout brawler, loud but holler. You're the cautionary tale they swallow. Hollow, I'm honest, raw and crude. You're a spreadsheet with attitude and smiley, fake as painted rain. You weaponize joy to mask your brain. At least I'm welcome when I arrive. You need interest rates to feel alive. And you're feared, not loved, my friend. A pub with legs and a violent trend. Love is fleeting, assets stay. You'll die broke in a glittery way. And rage machine with a liver lease. Your only growth is cirrhosis increase. Keep my liver out your mouth, you leech. You monetize myths, you barely preach. Enjoy, boy, nobody's that bright. You're suppressing something every night. Pot of gold, pot of spite. 3 bad omens dressing green tonight. Luck's a joke and the joke's on you. Pick your poison, round 3 through. You're terrified, no one would stay if the gold or the booze were stripped away. I don't need fear, I don't need funds. You both need crutches, I just run. Hey, 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 hey. Run where nowhere pays. You survive on seasonal praise and pub disaster, sad display. You fight 'cause silence makes you decay. Silence I roar so I feel alive. You count coins just to survive and giggles if you stop the act. You'd crumble under simple fact. Fact, you're alone with your guard at 10. Fact, you're a riot, no one invites in. I laugh 'cause otherwise I'd scream, but at least I'm not ruled by greed or spleen. Fact, joy, faith, fact, rage, rust. I own futures, you own shots. When the parade ends, guess who stands? The one with gold in both his hands. Fact don't hug you, jokes can't save you. At least I'm real when the mask gave through. You're addicts too, just dressed up neat. I drink my poison, you sip deceit. Joy outlives wealth and fury combine. Wealth outlives joy when the market declines. Rage outlives both when truth's unkind. People remember how you made them feel. People remember who paid the bill. People remember who kept it real. Joy needs courage, gold needs fear. Rage needs nothing, that's why we're here. Pot of gold, pot of rage. 3 green flaws on the same damn page. Looks just spin, we sell with pride. Pick your poison, slant it aside. Whoa, pick your poison, slant it aside. Pick your poison, slant it aside. slur. He said they're magically delicious. Yeah, that's how cults get ambitious. Frosted oats and propaganda. Tiny green hand with a marketing planner. I thought it was just breakfast time. Didn't read the fine print rhyme. Every charm a contract clause. Signed in milk with Santa Claus. Lucky Charms was a warning. Recruitment starts in the morning. Marshmallow oath that you swore in before you knew what was forming. Tiny hats in the cereal aisle. Training kids in emerald style. If you ate the clovers, congrats, you're in. Welcome to the Leprechaun Syndicate, kid. He's always running from cartoon cops. But have you seen how the rainbow stops? Right at the bowl on your kitchen floor. That's not breakfast, that's folklore war. Horseshoes, hearts, blue diamonds too. Each one tracking me and you. By the time you hit age 13, you've been flagged by the color green. You thought you just liked marshmallow moons. You were humming recruitment tunes. Every spoonful sealed your fate. Now there's knocking at your estate. Lucky Charms was a warning. They start indoctrinating at dawn. And by lunchtime you're performing little jigs without even knowing. Tiny boots under your bed, whispering slogans in your head. You finished the box, congratulations. You're eligible for relocation. Hey, who's been bending all the spoons? Hey, hey, why's the Sham Rocks in my room? Hey, hey, why's my dog now speaking Gaelic? Hey, why's my mailbox looking Celtic? They said it was just sugar highs, but I see clovers in my eyes. Every rainbow leads to me, and hope won't let me flee. Lucky Charms was a warning. The leprechauns are reforming. Suburbia slowly conforming to folklore uniforming. Tiny hats at every door. Glitter footprints on the floor. You thought you were eating cereal art. You were enrolling from the start. They're magically delicious. Legally suspicious. Hey, 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 hey. They called him Lucky Liam, said the man had luck on luck. Leon never missed a throw. Wind would bend the archer so. Every scratch of bled out gold. Every bluff he made was sold. Teeth like flash and hairline blessed. Every tailored suit impressed. Folks would swear he cracked the code while fortune paved his yellow road. But under floorboards cold and blocked sat the reason luck was locked. Iron cuffs and silver nails, salted rings and fairy tales. Down the stairs where daylight rots sat the king of Sham Rock plow. He's got luck on luck, bolted tight beneath the rock. Feed it scraps and drain the spark. Call it skill and call it art. Oh, luck on luck, hidden heartbeat in the dark. Every crown upon his head rests on what he's trained and fed. Little boots on concrete sound. Tiny fists that shook the ground. Green eyes glowing, thin lip grin. Grant him glory, let him win. Magic dripping through the grate. Twisting chance and rigging fate. Touchdown passes, market spikes. Women swooning, viral light. Leo smart with whiskey breath. Dance you clover, dodge your death. Luck obeyed but kept account. Etching tallies in the mouth. He's got luck on luck. Hear the chains around the clock. Every win and every cheer Guarded secrets sniff the chute. Basement whispers through the vents. Irish curses thick and tense. Fortune least is fortune owed. Enters walks a winding road. Leon laughed and poured a drink. Fairy threats I barely blink. But rust creeps slow on silver binds, and dogs don't read warning signs. One loose latch, one midnight bark, one green flicker in the dark. Tiny footsteps up the stair, lock inhaling open air. Oh, no more lock on lock. Hear the cellar thunder knock. Chains don't hold what won't be owned, especially when it's loaned. Oh, lock on lock. Shattered hinges, splintered stock. Every wish she forced to kneel came back swinging, forged in steel. Smile cracks, perfect jawline out of whack. Dice went venom, cards went blind. Even mirrors changed their mind. From the hallway, soft and slow, locks a river. You built a dam, bro. Greenbler wrecking every deal, snapping contracts, bending steel. Lottery numbers almost right, but always wrong by just a bite. Cleats would snap at final play, engagement rings would slip away. Every headline mocked his name, from golden boy to cautionary flame. Leon screaming, red and shocked. I had you, I had luck on lock. Echo answered thin and sly, you had a cage, not a supply. Basements crack and kingdoms fall when you try to own it all. Lock on lock. Hear the fiddle slash and rock. If your fortune feels too sweet, check what's shackled at your feet. They still toast him in the bars. How'd he fall so fast so far? If you think you've cracked the code, listen for the pipes below. I went to sleep on March 16th. No decorations, no green, just a normal man with a normal mortgage and a very abnormal problem. From the windowsill, roll out of bed, step on a coin. Cold little laughter in the groin. Curtains tied in Celtic knots. Boot prints leading from flower pots. Every picture frame slightly skewed, and my dog's been bribed with a Lucky Charms food. Kitchen clock ticks in 6-8 times. Someone replace my coffee with lime. Open the pantry, they scatter fast. 3 green blurs and a glitter blast. Tiny shadows in the hall. One stands proud, about 2 feet tall. Tips his hat like I'm the joke, then vanishes in pipe smoke. Hey, hey, the jigging on my countertop. Hey, hey, won't let the fiddles ever stop. Hey, hey, every time I turn my head, they redecorate instead. It's a holiday home invasion, fueled by charm and carbonation. I swing a broom, they duck and grin, then start harmonizing again.
couch, reupholster the shade. I'll sit right here, I'll guard my tea. You've clearly trained professionally. You've got stamina, I'll give you that. But dawn is coming, remember that. Hey! Jiggle the dam till the morning light. You win the house, I win the night. Laugh it up, you emerald crew. I'll outlast March 72. When the sun cuts through the green and silence falls where you have been. Take your fiddles, take your fun. I'll reclaim my home at 801.
If I wake up tomorrow and my furniture's normal, I'm buying earplugs next February. All right, you look good. Down. Hey, Tommy Ron, let me tell you what really happened. They say he drove the snakes away.
That's cute, that's neat, hip hip hooray.
But Ireland's cold may think it through. Snakes hate frost more than I hate stew. No scales, no trails, no slither inquire. You ever seen reptiles that peat bug fire?
Didn't think so.
Case dismissed. Next tall tale on the Celtic list.
Oh, he stood on a hill with a staff held high. Yeah, and the snakes just said goodbye.
What'd he do? Politely asked.
Excuse me, sir, but cease your tap.
No union vote, no serpent king, no tiny snake arbitration ring. Stories thinner than this bar's line, and that line's been dead since '99.
Here's what happened, makes more sense.
Patrick opened a pub defense.
2 for 1 on holy stout.
Snakes wandered in, never came out. They didn't flee, they overstayed. Got Legolas loud, then bills unpaid. Evicted at dawn for hissing too much. Can't have a viper, slippery bunch. Or maybe, hear me, radical thought. The snakes were landlords nobody bought. Raising rent on a mossy flat, charging extra for this and that. Patrick shows up, charismatic grin, introduces rent control of sin. Crowd goes wild, the leases break. History books just wrote big snake. Or maybe snakes were metaphors. Yeah, I read things I own books too. Metaphors for bad decor, or off-key flutes, or warm beef stew. He didn't banish flesh and scale, he outlawed songs in minor fail. That's why the fiddles got so spry. You're welcome, no need to cry. Or maybe they were real. No wait, monks and squeaky heels. A Danish toss or unpaid tolls, or rival pubs with weaker rolls. Look, all I'm saying is myths grow tall, like me last night against that wall. Won that fight, wall, cheated first. Snakes don't even have ears, right?
So how'd they hear his sermon speech?
And if they did, were they polite?
Sorry, Pat, we'll clear the beat.
Reptile RSCP, formal attire, tiny bow tie, snake choir.
I demand footnotes, charge, proof. You can't just yell, hiss as truth.
Maybe Patrick was the snake. Ever think of that hot take? Shed his skin, grew a beard. That explains the weather weird. Or maybe, listen close. The snakes were bred, or ghosts, or goats. Or maybe I'm the saint, and you're all snakes. You look faint.
Why nobody writing this down?
Anyway, long story short,
Snakes!
no, that ain't the sport. He solved a problem, might have been beer, might have been taxes, might have been fear, but it weren't no wizard lizard parade. That's marketed like history shade. Hey! You're all very quiet tonight. Doesn't matter, I'm right.
I'm always.
Whoa. I'm always.
There's a ritual simmering somewhere tonight, a stainless steel shrine under fluorescent light, a cabin surrendered at 3:30.
ascend. A romantic tragedy fills her hall. Steam of the culinary downfall. And somehow this passes as festive cheer. Once every confused and cabbage-scented year. There are shepherd's pies and soda bread. There are stews with flavor and grace instead. But no holiday justifies the consumption of corned beef and cabbage. No emerald sunrise, no bagpipe cry, no cultural shrug or ancestral lie can sanctify this beige wreckage. No holiday justifies the consumption of corned beef and cabbage. Let's speak of seasoning, where is it now? Lost in a pot with a limb green shroud. A texture like something resigned to fate. The salted regret on a paper plate. You claim it's classic, you claim it's true. As mustard attempts a rescue. But horseradish cannot absolve what boiling water could not solve. There are cocaine dreams untapped. There are pub night plates untried. But still no holiday justifies the consumption of corned beef and cabbage. Not folklore, myth, nor marching band. Not Sham Rock pins, nor a wrist tam can rationalize this savage baggage. No holiday justifies the consumption of corned beef and cabbage. Let's be honest, it's not tradition, it's culinary peer pressure. You don't even like it, you endure it for optics. This is not rebellion, this is not pride. This is surrender in boiled disguise. Imagine a table of actual taste. Imagine a meal not built on haste. Imagine a world where we agree that cabbage should have boundaries. There are lamb chops waiting in quiet grace. The seafood chowder to take its place. Like a soda bread with a golden crust. Instead of brisket turned to dust. No holiday justifies the consumption of corned beef and cabbage. No banner waved in emerald hue can make this edible or new. It's time we break this hostage passage. No holiday justifies the consumption of corned beef and cabbage. History deserves better. Your ancestors deserve better. Your taste buds deserve better. No holiday justifies, no parade requires the mass the consumption of corned beef and let it simmer in memory. Let it fade from the plate. May next March bring courage. Before too late. There's a green glow rising in the street. Boots on pavement, heartbeat to a beat. Every pub door swinging wide, like the whole town's got nothing to hide. Sham Rock's taped to the traffic lights. Someone yelling, it's our night. Cash tips vanish, tabs grow tall, but we don't care, we'll pay it all. If They called him Lucky Leon, said the man had luck on luck. Leon never missed a throw. Wind would bend the arch just so. Every scratch off bled out gold. Every bluff he made was sold. Teeth like flash and hairline blessed. Every tailored suit impressed. Folks would swear he cracked the code while fortune paved his yellow road. But under floorboards cold and blocked sat the reason luck was locked. Oh, iron cuffs and silver nails, salted rings and fairy tales. Down the stairs where daylight rots sat the king of Sham Rock plots. Oh, he's got luck on luck, bolted tight beneath the rock. Feed it scraps and drain the spark. Call it skill and call it art. Oh, luck on luck, hidden heartbeat in the dark. Every crown upon his head rests on what he's chained and fed. Little boots on concrete sound, tiny fists that shook the ground. Green eyes glowing, thin lip grin. Grant him glory, let him win. Magic dripping through the grate, twisting chance and rigging fate. Touchdown passes, marking spikes, women swooning, viral likes. Leon smirked with whiskey breath. Dance you clover, dodge your death. Oh, luck obeyed but kept account, etching tallies in the mounds. Oh, he's got luck on luck. Hear the chains around the clock. Every win and every cheer echoes something trapped down here. Oh, luck on luck, ticking like a time bomb clock. Borrowed miracles accrue with the debt that's coming due. Dog named Lucky, loyal brute. Guarded secrets sniff the chute. Basement whispers through the vents. Irish curses thick and tense. Fortune least is fortune owed. Interest walks a winding road. Leon laughed and poured a drink. Fairy threats I barely blink. But rust creeps slow on silver binds, and dogs don't read warning signs. Oh, one loose latch, one midnight bark, one green flicker in the dark. Tiny footsteps up the stair, luck inhaling open air. Oh, no more luck on luck. Hear the cellar thunder knock. Chains don't hold what won't be owned, especially when it's loaned. Oh, luck on luck. Shattered hinges, splintered stock. Every wish he forced to kneel came back swinging, forged in steel. Stocks collapsed, smile cracked, perfect jawline out of whack. Dice went venom, cards went blind. Even mirrors changed their mind. From the hallway, soft and slow, luck's a river, you built a dam, bro. Green blur wrecking every deal, snapping contracts, bending steel. Lottery numbers almost right, but always wrong by just a bite. Cleats would snap at final play, engagement rings would slip away. Every headline mocked his name, from golden boy to cautionary flame. Leon screaming, red and shocked. I had you, I had luck on luck. Echo answered thin and slow. You had a cage, not a supply. Oh, luck on luck. You can't chain bars. How'd he fall so fast so far? If you think you've cracked the code, listen for the pipes below. They came in grinning with emerald eyes, booty heels clicking like battle cries. Coins on the table, pride on tap, luck in their pocket, short fuse and snap. I've seen the storm in a whiskey glass when Charm walks in and leaves with sass. First round's laughter, seconds loud, third round summons a thundercloud. The fiddles get faster, the voices grow mean, you can smell broken furniture brewing in grain. Raise them high, let the tankers fly on the little king's rage, even legends die. Gold in their teeth and fire in their throats, they sing like angels and sing like boats. Stomp the floor till the rafters crack, luck runs forward but it limps back. If you're short on mercy and tall on gall, welcome lad to the Leprechaun brawl. Brag loud about a rainbow, claims that he trademarked thunder and patented rain. Another spat foam in his emerald beard, your pots half empty, the whole bar cheered. Chairs grew wings and the mugs took flight, metaphor shattered in barroom light. A fiddle screeched like a battle alarm, saints preserve us, they meant no harm. A prize, a spark and a powder keg grin, and all it takes is a sideway chair. Raise them high, let the tankers fly, the little king's rage, even legends die. Coins and skulls with a sacred clang, fortune don't favor a fighting gang. Boot to the bar and beer to the wall, history starts at the Leprechaun brawl. One stood atop my polished oak, declared himself high king of folk. Got dethroned by a flying stew, split pea justice coming through. Another swore on clover leaves, he dueled till dawn or till one man heaves. Spoiler alert, it wasn't dawn, it was my good glassware gone. Ducked a punchman for Sean O'Malley, caught it instead by the kicks up back alley. I neutral ground, I pour, I wipe. I don't take sides in a barroom hype, but neutrality's hard when a stool meets spine and someone's yelling the gold is mine. Raise them high, let the tankards fly. Luck's just a rumor we amplify. Tiny titans with tempers tall, saints take cover when the short ones brawl. Stomp that floor till the rafters fall. I'll be sweeping crowns from the bathroom stall if you crave your chaos served neat and raw. Pull up a chair to the Leprechaun brawl.